I started.
Oh, you want to edit?
You started just now?
Well, I just started.
What's just started? Like 3 seconds ago?
Let me see. Is the framing cool? Are we all good?
I don't know.
You're blowing the shot, so we're good.
Are we?
Is it symmetrical? Are we even? Do I got to move in some?
What do we look like? I don't know how much money you
I don't know.
There we go.
Actually, Jeff, you need to like go over here and lose it.
Yeah,
Alright,
you got
boom.
that odd space going on.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was
So that means you gotta move around.
Don't edit none of this out.
Alright,
This is all part of R.Kelly.
Thank you guys for tuning back in and whatnot. If y'all have not already, subscribe now. And we're gonna start by introducing ourselves because we got some new additions to the table.
Oh, we do?
Well, on my vlog, yeah. Y'all not new to my life.
No, I'm 25.
That's my music that they hear.
I'm old as ever.
Anyway.
Good point.
Good point. Right. So, as y'all know, I am Brianna. The star of the show, the moderator, the reason that Disturbriana vlog channel even existed. Y'all already know who he is already. He's Jeff. Y'all seen him a couple times.
I ain't never heard of
Hola.
But yeah, he the reason why I date him. Anyway.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
That's a different story in itself.
That's a whole other blog.
Exactly. And then to my left, we have Summer. Summer comes first. Summer and Mike. I'm tired of saying Mike and Summer.
No, Summer and Mike sound better.
Exactly. Girl power. We have Summer and Mike. Summer is a fine artist, right?
Yes. I thought you said I was going to introduce myself.
Well, I could do a general introduction.
Alright, continue.
Okay.
That's the point.
Anyway, Summer is a fine artist, and Mike is a music producer slash videographer slash photographer.
I still do that stuff.
And
music producer primarily though.
I hate them, but yeah.
No, you
but
don't.
I know I don't. But if y'all haven't noticed already, his music is the music I always use in the background. So
how do we know you? Who are we to you?
they are our bestest friends.
Yes.
Slash couple, our couple partner.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Partners in crime.
partners in crime.
I ain't
Partners in crime, couples in
I
crime.
ain't done nothing yet.
We done a lot. No, I'm joking.
Okay, so I'm Summer, aka Sometime Blues. Is my Instagram, so it's Summer TYME Blues, all one word. I do paintings, drawings. Yeah, I'm just the best at it. So yeah, so
Love the confidence.
no, but for real, I do very well.
My name is Mike Moore. Mike Moore, the producer. I've been producing since I was literally a toddler, and I do it full time now, as well as engineer, and I teach, and on the side I do video and photography as well, here and there, but music production is my passion. I always forget when I'm doing stuff to tell people where to go to find my music, so I'm sorry for that. So let's do that now. You can find me on Instagram at Mike Moore, the producer, all one word. That's, of course, obviously on SoundCloud. Search Mike Moore, the producer.
Or click the link in my
click the link
description.
below in the description.
Yes.
Right. You can also find me on Facebook at Mike Moore, the producer. Twitter _ Mike Moore. They wouldn't let me do Mike Moore, the producer. _ Mike Moore on Twitter.
Alright, so my name is Jeff Manning. I'm a graphic artist and designer. I've been doing this since 2009. Alright, so you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jeff Manning _. You can find me on my website, www.jeffmanningart.com. And there you go.
Alright. So although we're excited to be around each other, however, the circumstances of why we're all together is pretty unfortunate. And if y'all can tell by the title of this video, yeah, self-explanatory. For me to speak for myself, I'm upset, angry, disgusted. What about you?
I'm in the same boat. Like, this person that we're going to get into today is a huge, he's a monster. Even that's an understatement. Jeff
and I saw the 3-night Lifetime Docu-Series called Surviving R.Kelly. They have not seen it yet.
Who's R.Kelly?
That's what it's called now? That is scary.
Who is it?
But
Surviving R.Kelly.
They're not new to what he has done.
No, absolutely not.
It'll be a surprise for them of what we'll bring up as far as what Jeff and I watched.
Like they're probably used to like the stuff that went super
I
public.
personally don't have the stomach to watch it. As soon as I heard the title, I was done.
I just don't get involved.
I do feel bad for the victims, and I feel sorry for the victims and their families. However, like, there's just questions I have for people that were involved, and like, we'll get more into that, but I just want to start off by pointing out some highlights of the first night. First thing you find out right off the bat is that R.Kelly was also a victim. He was molested by people in his family. In external interviews, his youngest brother, R.Kelly, has explained that both him and R.Kelly were molested by their older sister.
Man, I can't look at that as an excuse or any kind of justification for what he's done. I mean, it sucks, and for anybody to have to go through that, it's unfortunate, and you want to have a heart. You want to have some form of a heart for them. However, as you grow and as you get older and mature, which ideally going from a kid to a 40-plus-year-old man or so, should have done or should have experienced, then at some point you should know better, right? At some point you should know better. At some point you should take those experiences and something should click in your head. I can't bring myself to do that. If anything, I need to advocate for people instead of saying, people, especially people in the hood, that mentality, that's all I know. That's all I know. Mentality, that's dead. That has to stop.
Well, you dang near 100. I mean, it has to stop. I mean, if you're like, I don't know, if you're like 7, or if you're like 16, not saying that makes it any better, but you're still a minor, and you're still naive, and clearly not your right mindset, which is why they give you mental help and things like that.
And I don't know if y'all saw this interview that R.Kelly did. I guess he did it like a while ago, a couple years ago. He talked about his childhood when him and his mom would go to McDonald's and she would get a coffee, and when she would give him the coffee, you know how when when y'all drink, okay, let's just say y'all had a cup, right? And y'all didn't have a straw. Do you drink directly from where Mike's lips were?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess that's different because
In
their case, I guess it's a couple thing. I mean, even when Jeff and I do that, I don't really do that. I think we do it with straws, but not really like with the rims of a cup. But in that video, he talked about how he would drink directly from the lipstick rim that his mom drank off of.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And he was young. He was a young child.
Like he did that on purpose, or
he said he did it on purpose. Like he.
And apparently,
he was very aware of what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it creepy versus him just happening to be drinking it.
Yeah, and apparently he asked his mom one time when he was younger to marry him, basically.
Yeah, he said he had a crush on his mom.
Yeah, that's sick.
He said he had a crush on his mom, which from that he was just off. A lot of people know that R.Kelly can only read on a 2nd grade level. He can't really read like that.
To this day?
To this day. He knows some stuff, but there's still a lot of words that he don't know.
Interesting.
Or can't read off of paper or off a phone.
I would just go off of his hearsay.
It goes off of hearsay. I think they was talking about how he was like bullied or something like that. I don't know, but he did
special education.
He was.
Not from what the documentary said. But he did drop out of high school.
He made it to high school.
Yeah. He was only really good in the music department, obviously. By hearsay. Can't read music, but he can mimic it. Which is where the musical part of him came from. But it was crazy because he was really close to his music teacher, which she's like so old. But she's so old, but he was really close to her, but she had some feelings that he was like eyeing like younger women, and I guess she said that she tried to like warn him to not go that route. But I felt like if you consistently see him going that route, why not tell him?
I blame the teacher in all this.
What is trying? It's no try.
No, at that moment you're supposed to let someone know to give him help, not just hope that they recover.
Yeah, what is that? You do something. You say something. You don't try. There's no try. You see someone going a certain direction that is clearly wrong, off, you stop them. Especially as a teacher, as a music teacher, you probably have the literally biggest influence on everything that exists around R. Kelly. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I damn near not worship, but my music teachers, whenever they told me something, I listened. I did it. I do music full time. And you know what I mean? So these people have literally the biggest say in anything that I do, even outside of music, honestly.
He got into the music industry by, he known a few people, and his manager, I forgot his name. I always forget his name, but he was Gladys Knight's husband at the time. Which, if y'all remember, that was Aaliyah's uncle. Yeah. So he got to the music industry.
Barry's
blah blah blah. Barry something. Yeah. And despite R. Kelly already being in the industry, he got like some songs out, videos out, blah blah blah. He still found the time to camp out at the high school that he dropped out from to pick up
freshman girls,
like freshman, sophomore girls.
Yeah.
How is he?
He's in his 20s at this point.
At this point, he's like 23, 25, somewhere between there.
So, yeah, he already got a little bit of money in his pocket, and this is what he chooses to do. Not mess with the video vixens that's probably a little bit older or maybe at the same age, but still completely available, but still camps out at the.
It was messed up because at this time he pretty much was walking in his prime.
Yeah.
At this time, so any girl, age 14 to even 18 or so, you're right, is very naive. Very easily influenced, right? So they saw glamour, they saw money and music, and possibly even opportunity, and thought, okay, I'm gonna jump on this. Nothing clicked. There was no red flags for these girls, and to some extent, it's like you can't fault them. You really can't, because there's only so much or so much you can control at that age.
And in the 90s.
Late
80s, early 90s, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, during the midst of all this, he met Aaliyah.
Yeah.
At age 12. They made music and blah, blah, blah. And her first album comes out, boom. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number in 94. She was 14. And... I remember as a child, I used to ask myself, why was R. Kelly on the cover? Like, if y'all look at the album cover, he's like blurred out in the back. And yeah, never understood why he was on the cover.
I mean, that album is basically R. Kelly's album with Aaliyah singing on it, basically.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to the album.
Yeah. And they start talking about how, he had her singing Age Ain't Nothing But a Number,
She was just making music.
His motto.
Yeah, basically.
His motto.
Probably has a tattoo on him somewhere. She ain't know any better. Matter of fact, you read or research some stories about Aaliyah. She was very easily just coerced into certain directions, in her career, and she really didn't control, or not saying that she didn't control, couldn't control. She didn't understand the power that she had to control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a couple people that were in, or I guess one person in particular, or no, it was a couple people, like a couple of background singers that were interviewed, and one of them, I think her name was
Giovanna
Cunningham, something like that. And she was talking about how they kind of mold her to have the image that she had, which was the tomboyish kind, the cute tomboy image. And she talked about one specific incident where they were on a tour bus and they was playing some game and they hit a bump or something, and the back door flew open and she caught R. Kelly and Aaliyah having sex.
Yeah.
And she was 14, 15.
Yeah.
Mind you, he 26, 27.
Wow. That's wow. That's just sick.
Yeah. And her mom made a statement saying that that never happened because either her, the dad, or the both of them were on tour with her, or they were her chaperones or guardians or whatever, which a part of me finds that hard to believe.
Her mom always seemed to be in denial.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so glad I wasn't the only person that was thinking it.
Her mom always seemed to be denial, man. You know, denial is a drug.
And I mean, her dad passed away in 2012,
Yeah.
but yeah, her mom. I feel like the main person I really want to hear from is her brother. Her brother, her brother, Rashad was like this. Yeah. And that's the one person I feel like I need to hear from.
I don't think he'll ever speak out.
But I don't think he'll ever speak out. Nope. Ever since Aaliyah passed away, never really heard from him.
Can you blame him? I don't think.
And he was in the AG number video.
Can you blame him? I don't think I would have it in me.
They talked about the marriage, how the assistant or tour manager, his name is Demetrius something, he forged her signature.
Yeah.
She was 15, he was 27, R.Kelly. He talked about how when everything was being done, he was looking at Aaliyah. Aaliyah just looked scared. She looked like she didn't know what to do. She looked like she really didn't want to do it. Why didn't he stop it? I don't know. And he's somebody that needs to go to jail because he helped R.Kelly find minors.
Right.
He helped him do a lot of other stuff, and he never reported it. I guess until so-called now with this docu-series.
Oh, he's sick too then.
I feel like money has a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, that and R.Kelly around this time, the height of his career, had a bunch of yes men around him. So it was everything that he did or said, you know.
I mean, not to be
they
dark.
getting paid, so.
Right, that too.
I mean, not to be dark. There's bosses and
job security, all that other stuff.
I mean, there's people who commit murders.
Yeah.
That you will never hear of to this day.
Yeah.
And people involved, the people directly close to these criminals, are paid hush money to keep quiet.
Right.
They're living in
basically.
They're living a lavish lifestyle, and a lot of them psychologically it catches up to them, and then eventually they commit suicide and things like that. But
yeah, he paid. They said that he paid Aaliyah's family to like not press charges.
Yeah.
Like when they did find out they got married, and the dad and mom was furious, blah blah blah, because it was annulled 2 months later. And then, I mean, what he do? Besides making music, he found more people to sweep up, basically more minors. There was a Hispanic lady who, her motive was she wanted to be a star, she wanted to be a singer, and she thought R.Kelly could help. Of course not. And we find out that You're Not Alone, that he made for Michael Jackson, wrote for Michael Jackson or whatever, was about the fact that he had got the Hispanic girl pregnant and she had a miscarriage. That's what the song was about.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Would you be able to listen to that song?
I would never enjoy
the same?
No. Never.
The theme out of this whole docu-series was that all the songs that R.Kelly did, it was kind of like he was indirectly telling us what he was doing behind closed doors.
Hey, I mean, like music is literally diary. Music is literally a journal. Your songs are a diary.
Right.
And for a person that's sick, I mean, that was his outlet. It should have been a professional that can talk to him and nudge him in the right path. But you don't have that, or you're scared of that. You run away from that. But it can't stay in. Right. You can't keep that bottled in. Stuff like that. You can't. None of us can keep that bottled in. It has to come out some way, somehow. Jeff, I'm pretty sure it would come out. Not saying that you would be like that. I'm just saying. Right. It would come out in designs.
Oh yeah.
Sure. You as well. Summer you as well. Me, it would come out through music. So it is what it's. That's just the reality.
Because I mean, if you don't get help when you're young, because it all starts off from being young, then it's just stuck with you. Because you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Right.
And then even though you may be slightly aware of what to write or whatever, and you still want to do what you want to do anyway, it's like you said, it's still going to have to come out some type of way without you blatantly saying it.
Yeah.
But there are just, there are tricks and moves that you may do, whether it's, creative or not. Yeah. And it's gonna come out. And sometimes people are subtle with it, sometimes they're not.
I bet you everybody right now, including us, just sick because we're looking at all these songs, listen all the titles,
right.
And one thing about R.Kelly, his titles alone caught you.
Yeah, and this is exactly the reason why his streams of music is going up currently, is because everybody is trying to listen to every single
They gotta
song
go back. They gotta catch up.
and figure out what it means. What girl he was probably dealing with at that time, what minor he was dealing with at that time, and try to put the pieces together. And that's why his streams are going up right now.
Well, one thing about
Apple Music, he's trending.
No, one thing about media, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's gonna be popping some type of way. If you apologize for something you did, that's all anybody's gonna talk about. That's all they're gonna look up, and you just somehow just happen to go up.
How many people went back to find that those old Kevin Hart tweets?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
And especially if it's something like negative where you have to go back into the story, you gotta go back into like a decade or so. Now you just
like people are always curious now. Like,
it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
And I think celebrities are highly aware of that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I didn't even tell y'all about the rules. The rules he had.
Oh yeah, I heard about that on the radio, that he had like rules about like, oh, you had to ask like to go to the bathroom or something like that.
Yeah.
If you lived in his house and.
So basically, if you disagree with him, he'll smack you basically.
Oh, he'll physically abuse you.
Is he like a pimp?
Like literally.
It kind of seems like that. So he has rules such as you can't look at people directly in the eye, especially a man.
Right.
You had to get his permission to do everything. Go to the bathroom.
Right.
Eat. Walk outside your room. To go somewhere. To talk to somebody.
You have to stomp on the floor to get his attention at times.
And you had to call him daddy.
Right.
And it was like a couple other things. You had to basically agree with whatever he says, because I know what Jeff was about to bring up was.
So for one example we had, so basically the one girl, she loves the Boston Celtics. Mm-hmm. So R.Kelly's a Chicago Bulls fan. Mm-hmm. So for disagreeing with him about the team, he smacked her.
Yo. What?
So were there multiple women in his house?
Yes, and he kept them away from each other.
Yeah.
And as far as going on tour, the background dancers couldn't talk to the background singers. The background singers couldn't talk to the band. The band couldn't talk to the background singers or dancers. He kept everybody separated.
Wait,
system, you know.
It was a system. It was a system. And if he felt like his system was out of order, he was going to correct it.
Yeah.
Damn, this house was a prison.
Basically.
So was he married to these women, or did he just have?
Another thing, he was married.
Andrea Kelly. He met her. I forgot.
During this time.
Well, no, not the whole entire time.
Well, some of it
he was. No, some of it he was.
But he married her in what year? 95, 96?
No, I don't remember. No, because he was married Aaliyah in like 94 or 95.
So it might have been 96.
So I think it was late. It was late 90s that he was married.
Yeah.
He met Andrea Kelly when she was 19 years old. Because you find out the ages of these women too. Like they could range from 12 to like
35.
He only had 2 women that were in their 30s when he initially met them.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like
teenagers.
Yeah, like 19 and younger to like 12.
Yeah.
How was he still alive?
We're still trying to figure that out. Anyway, so yeah, night 1 basically highlighted childhood Aaliyah and his rules. And then it goes into how the sex tape came about for night 2. And you know, there was a girl, it was a girl who, oh wait, I forgot about Sparkle. Sparkle, you see her in night 1 and she talks about how she was a background singer, but then she went solo. But then of course R.Kelly had to be controlling, but she wasn't one of the ones that, and I don't know if she's telling the whole truth, but the way she explained it, she wasn't one of the ones that was kind of trapped under his like sex cult, but he did kind of control her in some ways. The worst mistake she ever made in her life was that she introduced her niece to him, and she was 12.
Yeah.
And you then later find out his niece was the one that he peed on the tape.
Yes.
Her niece?
Her niece.
Yeah.
Her niece. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't do it to her at age 12. She was like probably 14, 15 when it happened.
Oh yeah, that's what
he was
plotting. He was
plotting.
All this music is coming out. Step in the Name of Love. What else is coming out? Like Happy People.
Oh my God. I remember.
Like them albums, Chocolate Factory.
I danced to these songs.
You know he
Exactly.
just created another song.
Yeah,
He did.
Hallelujah
yeah.
with
Just told me.
Kirk Franklin. That's recent.
Just told me.